Howdy, folks. Prescott Van Meyer III here, sommeliering from home with a special Halloween episode. We're doing all things pumpkin. So in a recent video, I mentioned that I was sometimes described as a cowboy, but more Woody from Toy Story than the rustic John Wayne types from our romantic westerns. And then I asked people if I should be Woody for Halloween, and we got a resounding yes in the comment section. So here I am, Woody from Toy Story for Halloween. Your little belt buckle? Pew, pew, pew. Reach for the sky. You're my favorite deputy. Someone's poisoned the watering hole. There's a snake in my boots. Was it boot or boots? Un momento. Partner. Well, after a quick Bing search, I discovered that it actually was boot. So, only one snake. Boring. So with this Halloween-themed episode, we've got all things pumpkin-flavored in front of us. Some different pumpkin-flavored ales and stouts with some pumpkin-flavored vodka and a pumpkin-flavored Irish cream. Decided to really get into character, dress up for it, you know? Growing up as a kid, Dad didn't really let us dress up for Halloween. But I would sneak off and dress up myself. Because Chadwick, he would never dress up for Halloween. Yeah, he would find me, and then he would egg me as I was attempting to go trick-or-treating. Fond memories. You would think that on contact, eggs would break as they're being hurled at you, but they actually hurt quite a bit. He always seemed to hit me with the pointy end. He had a good arm. Anyways, let's get into the review. Obviously, it's a lot of different flavors that we're trying today, so I'm just going to give you very small, quick notes on each beverage. So the first one is from Fourth Tap, House of Torment, Haunted Houses Pumpkin Ale. Get it open. Very nice pumpkin flavor coming off that, like a store-bought pumpkin pie. It has some nice, rich barley coming out. Not bad. House of Torment. Reminds me of my childhood. Except there weren't any fun ghouls and vampires. Just the old family. Let's give it a taste. Pretty hoppy, pretty nice on the pumpkin. Tastes like they've got some of the spices floating in the ale, but there's some actual pumpkin in there. Fairly pleasant. Does have some bitters coming off, back note. So yeah, not a bad ale. Let's give it another swig. Yeah, this is a pleasant ale. Not an overpowering pumpkin spice or pumpkin flavor to it. Nice and subtle, not bad. Next up, we have Infamous Brewing Company, and this is their Pumpkin Massacre Seasonal Pumpkin Ale. Again, this doesn't appear to be a pumpkin spice ale, but a pumpkin ale. So hopefully they're using that rich fruit in the flavor. Infamous. Well, that's an interesting choice to call their brewing company Infamous. Don't they want to be famous? The Famous Brewing Company instead of Infamous? Known for their crimes against humanity? To be known to do something so bad, everyone knows about you. Some people have told me I'm infamous. Like Abby. Oh, got the deputy. Got old Deputy Prescott coming in. You're my favorite deputy. So Pumpkin Massacre Seasonal Pumpkin Ale. Oh, you probably saw the tag here. You know, I might return it. Might need to. Just keeping the options open. Anyways, they say that you find everything in here that you would find in a pumpkin pie. A lot of families bake their pumpkin pies with pure love. My family did it with pure hate in their drunken stupors. Except Aunt Karen. She made a very lovely, loving pumpkin pie. And just smothered it in rum. All right, let's open it up. So this is a stout. So it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more rich than the ale. Got some chocolatey notes in there. I already see the froth in the head coming out of the can. Let's give it a taste. Certainly taste that oatmeal stout. You can even see, looking into the can, very dark flavor. They really toast that oatmeal and that barley, and they give you a really nice blended flavor in here. This is reminding me of an infamous Halloween party we had years ago. I was there as Gumby. I don't remember what Abby was, but it was slutty. Her words, not mine. It was easy to lose her in that party with all the different costumes going around. I feel like she wasn't by my side all night long. Every time I saw her, she was readjusting her costume. Like she had taken it off and put it back on. You know, come to think of it, I did see her spending a lot of time with that guy in the Hulk costume. Although it wasn't a Hulk costume. He just had a lot of muscles and I guess spray painted his body green. All I remember is his nipples. Green nipples, yeah. Anyways, this is a lovely stout. All right, moving on to the next beer. We're gonna save the liquors in the middle to the end. This is Tupps Brewery, full-grown Jack Imperial Stout with pumpkin spices. It's probably gonna be very similar to the stout, but I wanna see their own interpretation. Let's open it up. Oof. You can see, again, very heady, just as dark, maybe even a little darker than the stout we just tried. They got this great little pumpkin head biker man on front. You can't scare me. All right, let's give it a taste. Boy, that really pleasant dark roast that you can do on oatmeal and barley to get that stout just gives it this very intense chocolate flavor. You can't really escape it. Along with a really subtle pumpkin that kind of comes in just like a very sweet little pumpkin pie. Because this is a stout, because this is dark, it actually is a little bit sweeter on the palate than you think. Even though they have the hops coming in at the end that make it really bitter, you still have a lot of sweetness, have that pumpkin pie coming in. This is a very, very pleasant Imperial Stout with pumpkin spices. You know, I thought some of these were gonna be a little scary, but so far, I'm just liking them. All right, last but not least in the beer and ale category, beer for people who like beer. This is Southern Star Brewing Company, and this is Gourd Pumpkin Ale. A gourd is a type of squash. It's all squash to me. There's a squash in my boot. All right, let's open it up, give it a smell. It smells like farts. It smells like leftover pumpkin, that's for sure. Like the wilted, moldy jack-o'-lantern spoiling on the steps. Very pleasant ale flavor. Pumpkin is very subtle on this, not overpowering. Maybe the very strong chocolate stout aromas were throwing my nose for a little bit of a loop, but this is a nice pleasant ale. It's very drinkable. I can imagine having a few of these on a nice, cool, crisp autumn evening after I've got done with apple picking, carving some jack-o'-lanterns. All right, now we're gonna try Kavanaugh's Pumpkin Spice Irish Cream. That's an interesting color. It smells like Bailey's showed up to the Halloween party, drunk and belligerent. It smells like eggnog dressed as a slutty pumpkin. Well, it's not my favorite. Very thick on the mouth. I can see how some ice would cut that a little bit, maybe chill it. Maybe it'll be nice in some cocktail of some kind, some Halloween themed cocktail. But standing alone, it's actually a little spicy. So they do have some spices in there, that's for sure. So trick or treat, I feel a little bit tricked on that one. Speaking of cashing in on the craze, I've got some pumpkin vodka. Limited edition pumpkin flavored vodka by Vale. Really hope it's not orange. Oh, look at that. Mostly clear. Now it does say pumpkin flavored, not pumpkin spice flavored, so I'm not sure what they're going for. Pumpkin-y. Reminds me of pumpkin. Pumpkin that's just got out of prison for a non-violent offense, like a white-collar pumpkin, embezzlement pumpkin, like my dad. All right, let's give it a taste. Very sweet on the palate, 35% alcohol, so it's not quite as aggressive on the mouth. Very, very sweet. I can see you again mixing this with something, maybe a pumpkin martini of some kind. It could be a little fun. Not terrible. Again, very, very sweet for vodka. Not very smooth or clean, so it's pretty thick on the mouthfeel. They got a little bit of pumpkin and spice sort of blended in there. Does not feel very authentic, but I got it in there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there's no pumpkin in there, and just pumpkin flavor. Maybe they should put pumpkin in quotation marks. Let me know, Vale, if you use any pumpkins in your actual pumpkin flavored vodka, and if they've ever been convicted of a non-violent offense. Speaking of non-violent, I actually did not feel assaulted by all these different pumpkin flavored beers and drinks. Now again, the vodka and the Irish cream came a little bit on the sweet side, but the ales, well, they were done with a lot of love and a lot of attention to detail. I would say my favorite was actually the Fourth Tap and the Tupps Brewery. Very pleasant, very rich, very complex flavors coming out of those cans. So for Halloween, list in the comments what you're gonna be doing. Maybe you're gonna be dressing up as some crazy character. Maybe you'll be dressing up as me for Halloween. Wouldn't that be fun? A lot of Prescott Van Meyer III's roaming the streets on Halloween. You're not gonna be the most employable person in that costume, but by God, you'll be the most desperate. Did I say desperate? I meant fun. So until next time, partners, see you around the old corral.